Good, happy Sunday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Fish and Game officers ask for help finding missing man in White Mountains. Fish and Game officers said 63-year-old Gregory Arman of Berwick, New Jersey, has yet to be found after being reported missing in the White Mountains this past week. Authorities said he was last seen in North Conway, and they were able to determine that he had stayed in the area of the Mizia Springs Hunt in Beans Grant on or about June 28th. Officers then learned about an abandoned campsite near the Dry River Trail in Cuts Grant and confirmed Sunday that Otterman had been there. Crews searched the area around Dry River drainage on the ground and the National Guard helicopter, but did not find Arman. Now, Fish and Game officials ask anyone who have been in the area and may have seen or met with Arman to call them at 603-271-3361. Homicide investigation underway in Milford. Let's take a listen to this video from WCVB Boston.
Downs & Reeder has marine-grade plywood, some species like Ume, Kaya mahogany, Moranti, fir, sapele, teak, and cabin salt, in thicknesses ranging from 3mm to 25mm. For your next marine project, the woods of the world are at Downs & Reeder.
Police and several other agencies on the scene of a homicide there. The Eye's Katie Thompson live with the breaking details. Katie.
Good morning, Doug and Rondella. We are right off of Main Street. This is North Bow Street. Take a look. You can see the road is blocked off by police right now, but they have the house surrounded with crime tape there. We're told there is one victim, and that body is still inside. Investigators just beginning to process the scene. The investigation as a whole just getting started here. Crime lab technicians are on scene, ready to collect evidence inside. We're told police arrived here just before 4 a.m. Milford State Police and CPAC all working the scene right now. Investigators are focusing on the back of this home, which I'm told has 2 apartments. We believe that this happened on the first floor. Neighbors this morning say they were pretty shocked waking up to a crime scene.
I could see the yellow, and I got my son up. I said, something's going on. They got the street blocked off. So he came out and he looked, and he came out, and he's still sitting out there.
Police say that this is an isolated incident. They have no reason to believe that the public is in any danger. We've reached out to the Worcester County District Attorney to get more information. But again, a homicide investigation underway right now in Milford. Live in Milford, Katie Thompson, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We will keep you updated on this report. While following some breaking news, crews respond to plane crash at Brandy Pond in Naples. Emergency crews in Cumberland County responded to Brandy Pond in Naples for a plane crash Sunday. Dispatchers said they got report of a plane crash just after 3 p.m. Cumberland County Sheriff's deputies said the season plane sustained significant damage when it crashed into the water. Fire officials said 2 men were aboard the plane when it went down. Neither the pilot nor passenger were hurt and refused medical treatment. Fire officials said a nearby boater and Good Samaritan were able to rescue both men before emergency crews arrived. The FAA is investigating a cause. Check back for further updates on this story. Six months in, record low job approval for Trump poll. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
Trust the brand doctors trust. Nexium 24-Hour is the #1 choice of doctors and pharmacists for their own frequent heartburn and all-day, all-night protection. When it comes to heartburn, trust Nexium 24-Hour.
Just released ABC News Washington Post poll shows that 6 months into his presidency, Donald Trump has an approval rating of just 36%.
His approval rating is the lowest 6 months in of any president, going all the way back to Harry Truman. It's 3 points lower than Gerald Ford, whose approval rating plummeted after he pardoned Richard Nixon for his role in the Watergate scandal.
Now, one of the issues hurting Trump is Russia. 63% say that it was inappropriate for Trump's son, Don Jr., to meet last June with a Russian lawyer said to have damaging information about Hillary Clinton.
We should say the poll has some tough news for the Democrats as well. Only 37% of Americans say the Democratic Party stands for something. 52% say the party just stands against Trump.
These numbers come as there is major news in the health care bill that the president has been urging the Senate to pass. Overnight, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell delayed this week's vote because of a personal health issue facing Senator John McCain.
So much to cover this morning, and we start here with ABC's David Wright, who's in Bedminster, New Jersey, where the president is spending the weekend at his golf club. David, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan and Paula. The president's clearly enjoying himself here, hosting some of the top women golfers in the world at his Bedminster club. But this new ABC News Washington Post poll shows that at his 6-month mark, Trump is subpar. The president's record low approval rating appears to be a reflection of Americans' concerns about his competence and effectiveness. 2/3 don't trust him to negotiate with other world leaders. Nearly half think that U.S. leadership has grown weaker on his watch. And just 1 out of 3 Americans say he's making significant progress toward his goals.
It's very hard to hear some of this negativity. All this stuff, it's not even true.
Trump still has diehard supporters, people like Kathy Deneuve, who says she's sick of all the chatter about Russian meddling.
It's been covered since the day he was elected. All I've heard from ABC, CBS, and NBC is Russia, 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 Russia. We're so sick of it.
But 6 in 10 people believe Russia meddled in the presidential election, and of them, nearly 3 out of 4 say Trump benefited from the interference, and 2 out of 3 think members of the campaign intentionally helped. As for Trump's signature campaign promise,
we are going to repeal and replace Obamacare. Repealing and replacing Obamacare.
In a show of optimism, the vice president was out rallying young conservatives in favor of the Republican plan.
We're on the verge of a historic accomplishment.
But the survey shows Americans think that's a bad idea. A 2-to-1 margin favored the Affordable Care Act, the Republican plan. On the bright side for Trump, the Americans have a terrible opinion of the Democrats, too. Well, this morning, the president's venting his frustration on Twitter, suggesting that his son is getting unfair treatment, scorned by the fake news media, while he says Hillary Clinton gets a free ride. Dan, Paula?
David Wright reporting from Bedminster. Thank you, David.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.